interview questions and answers, which are good learning sessions as part of our notifications related to the client libraries have topics. So OSJ bundles is asked is MSM and dispatcher, which I'll take sample templates and client libraries. Template tutorial in our concept which we are covering is already where the client, what is dependencies and what is embed. Information on AEM. Another one, OSJ bundles, which I have explained in the three parts of the video. Another one which is asked is MSM, and another one dispatcher, which I'll take separate videos. Again, since they are little more experienced topics, I'll be having covered them later. Right now, I'll cover editable templates and client libraries. Okay. So, what are editable templates and what are the static templates? These are the questions which are being asked in AEM interview questions. So, before 6.3, basically we were having editable templates not available. We were only having static templates. So, what does it mean by static template and editable template? So, previously, developer has to create a structure component, and that structure component needs to be available at a certain path. Then only a author who doesn't know how to create a component or template will select the structures which are available, which are actually created by the developer from the drop down section, and then he would actually select that template and create a page. If he wants the template to have multiple variations, what he has to do, he should go to the developer team, ask them to create a variation which they will create. It will go through SDLC process and come back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks later for him to create a page again with a template variation. Meaning the templates are not that dynamic for the authors. Like they are actually once created by the developer, then only they can use. There is no dynamic nature which is available. But in case of editable template, as you can see, yeah, editable template 6.3 onwards, what Adobe have brought in as a new feature is we can have the template creation, I would say, capability also to the authors. Like they will create two main template types: base page template type and HTML5 template type. These are the two template types which are created by the template configuration automatically from the developer side. Once the template type is there, authors can choose the template type. Then they will by default get three sections: initial, structure, and layout. And they can have any of these sections configured in terms of which component can be there, which component can be logged, which policy can be added. All of that configuration can be done. That is as part of implementation of editable template. And then when it comes to the initial section, it will not have any dynamic nature with the already created pages. So if they are asked what is the difference between initial and structure, in case of initial, it will not have any dynamic nature with the created pages. Any changes in the template initial section will not affect the existing created pages. And in case of structure, it is opposite. Any change in the structure section of the editable template will also affect the existing created pages previously using that template. So accordingly, authors will use which component should go to which section. And then there is layout section where they can actually use the responsive grid, where the responsive grid can be used for implementing multiple different layouts like mobile template, artable also. So that we can actually have implementation in the layout section. So these are the three things which are available in the editable templates. Now authors will have two types of policies. Policies meaning content policies, page policies. What is content policy? It is at the component level. What is page policy? It is at the template level. And we can add style sheets in the component, where the style sheets can be design dialog authorable for the authors, so that if you have a hero banner and on the left side you have image, on the right side you have text, and you want to change it right side to the image, left side to the text, you don't need to create a new component. Just with CSS you can update it, and for that CSS you can add it at the template level as a component policy. And that policy can be available on the component in the design dialog as a paintbrush selection option, so that you can select those style sheets and then you can actually apply them, so that author itself can change the component behaviors using CSS. So these are the advantages of the editable templates. And we have cleared almost editable templates, every concept, like the screens and everything, as part of our Adobe tutorials. You can just go through the editable template tutorial in our AEM tutorial which we have created. So you can just search editable templates in AEM 6.5. I think, yeah, there are multiple others who are already covered, who are like very long term back, which were created. So you can see that this is our ITV, mastering editable templates in AEM. So all that which I have explained in the interview perspective, you can go and see in the consoles how they are actually coming as part of this video. So every concept which we are covering is already have a recorded hands-on session, and this video which I am taking right now is only for the interview questions and answers perspective. What kind of questions they ask, how do we answer them? So that's the idea. And exact concept implementation, you already have a clear video which is created by ITV, and you can just go through it and then understand it. And if you have any questions, you can anytime just drop it as a message. We will help you. That's about editable templates. So, and what is client libraries? So, client libraries are CSS JavaScript files which we can actually add to the HTML to provide designs. But why do we want to have client libraries when we can directly include as a link style sheets on the page? If we include as a link style sheets on the page, it will be loaded every time, even though whether it is needed on the page or not needed. Meaning, if the component is not available, but it is actually there as part of the template, it will be loaded again. But if you have a client library which is actually having HTML library manager bundle managing these CSS and JavaScript files, when the categories are included on the HTML, then only that will be loaded. It's like a loosely coupled JavaScript CSS managing library, which will provide you whenever you need it, and then it will keep hold of all the indexes using the categories, which is the unique name for the client libraries. And what are the properties which are actually used on the client libraries? We have properties like dependencies, embed, allow proxy. So what do allow proxy do? Allow proxy, normally where the client libraries before 6.3 will be, it used to be etc designs. Now those are template level client libraries. Now where it will be under apps only, but apps path is not available on the publisher side. So what we need to do, we need to make sure that that client libraries are exported at etc.client libraries by using allow proxy equals to true. When you keep that allow proxy equals to true, there is a proxy servlet on the Sling side which will export the paths of app client libraries into etc.client libraries, and etc path is available on the dispatcher for the public user, so they can access the designs. That is the advantage of allow proxy. Now, what is dependencies and what is embed? Dependencies are basically used for React, Angular client libraries, which we need to load in the jQuery. For that, we can use a custom categories called dependencies. So they will be loaded independently. Like each category, it's an array of strings. Each category will be loaded in a separate call. So that's why dependencies are multiple calls, and embed one single call, because embed categories will be included in appended to the existing component at the end of the file and will be loaded in one single call. So that is the difference between dependencies, embed, allow proxy categories in the client libraries. So any other questions which you come across in terms of interview which you are attending, just feel free to drop a message in the comment section and join the community Webex WhatsApp community which we have mentioned, so that you can discuss there, post your questions, get the answers, and then we will also help you. If you guys, anyone wants to have a one-on-one training, we can have people who can train you. And any information on AEM and Adobe Stack, feel free to comment, and we will help you as part of ITV technology. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching the video today, and then we look forward to your comments, feedback, and engagement. And please like, share, subscribe, and share it to the your colleagues and needy ones in the AEM space. Thank you, everyone.